We are live. Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday. How are you all doing? Oh, how are you? Welcome, Ami, my previous guest, the Power Hour with me, Miriam, your host. If you forget, check here, there, everywhere. So today's Power Hour is going to be all about women empowerment. Pink. I know obviously it's not every woman that likes pink, but anyway, it's where I'm trying my best to represent. Belated International Women's Day. And also tomorrow is Mother's Day, So important for us to talk about issues surrounding, women empowerment and what it means today's society, and the powerful women that have fought for us to be able to, you will not think that is a big deal to even see a woman nowadays represented, a woman that is doing their own thing, just a mom, a wife, but it can be a career woman. So because of those women that have fought for us to have that right, is celebrating, being a woman, and also finding ways that we can all empower one, and maybe having a special guest who's going to be coming on later on. And she is another individual. She's a CEO, she's a producer, she's a writer, for all. And even the image that you see on my profile, my intro, she was the one that did that for two. So yes, I'm going to be having her later on. Amike said, hello, Amike Akamas, welcome. And Aminata Bangwa said, hello, May. Anytime you see that, you know who it is. Welcome. Happy belated International Women's Day. And also happy Mother's Day. Wait, later on, I've got a special message for my mom and all the other wonderful moms that we for joining us. And who is this? Vas. Hi, Vas. Hello, boo. Hi, babe. How are you? Thank you. I can see you, but thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. So, International Women's Day. Growing up, one thing, why don't they have I understand women need to be celebrated and everything, but I was like, but why don't they also have like a man's day? Our world has always been a man's world, and for a long time, women had to take and not really contribute much because society saw us as weak, vulnerable, and all of that. Imagine that in a week after what we go through to bring kids into this world. So imagine thinking that to celebrate women, and women from all backgrounds, all class, race, ethnicity, just because it is important as well for representation, for women to see themselves and to be able to limit themselves. Kevin Banks said, hello, Kevin, welcome to the Power Hour. So it is very important as somebody who is the mom, and I I'm so grateful to be in a world right now where my own daughter is able to whatever she wants to be, that my daughter can dream. She doesn't have to think that because I'm a woman that I can't do anything. There are women that are astronauts. There are women doing types of all sorts of work. One second. In all sorts of 1 second. With cables, if only people see sometimes the background. Yeah, there are women that are doing all sorts of work. There are women, my own mini doctor, Dr. Hannah wants to be. There are women that are in medicine, women that are drivers. And before, it used to be, even when it comes to jobs, it was like certain jobs, men or women. And now I'm glad it's not so much like that. And women can go on and study, engineering if they want to. They can do what they want. It's no longer like, oh, you're a woman, you shouldn't be doing that. I went on to university. I studied business management, and we were mixed with IT as well. And only a couple of years ago, and even with that, there were not as many women in my course, and there were Black women, or African women in that field. And I think and they feel that the only thing they can do is like to be a nurse or that, which is great, My mom, I am here today because of a lot of nurses, so I'm very, very grateful for them. But it is good that we are no longer and putting women into certain boxes and seeing that a woman can do so much. Can you even imagine women that were writing certain books and novels and all of that? These women used to they will use just their initials instead of using their names. So like J.K. Rowling, we know, yeah, of course, she's the author of Harry Potter and other books. But can you imagine, like, years ago, men that were writing would need to like use their initials, so they can't go like, for example, Miriam K. Instead, because they were likely to be turned down just because they're a woman. So they were not even people that were reading the script, because for them it's like, no, 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 And it's great. Now there are women in the army, for us, for our rights, for our freedom. And I'm always so grateful to be a woman. Of course, you know what they say, it is a man's world, but also it will be nothing without a woman. I am a big pioneer for equal rights. And even when it comes to roles, the household, we're at a stage where it's not just the woman that does all the cooking and cleaning and all of that, be divided. A man can also, I actually love it when my husband cooks, I love it, even though I was a fly, because women, we don't trust men completely. It's not that we don't trust them, we just, I need to, even if it's the salt, I'll still be there to pass it. But it feels good knowing that sometimes I can take a back seat and let him treat me as well. So it is good that we are in that where you can do that. And there are men that are staying at home and letting the woman work. And I admire, we should all. And there are men that are single dads, as much as we have single moms, there are also men that are in the roles within the household. They are being, they're being reshaped. And this is all empowerment, women feeling supported, women being provided. Women empowerment is all about giving right for them to feel that they can do stuff as well, giving them equal to be able to go out there and be who they want to be, and making sure that we give as well, because we are shaped a lot by our upbringing. And most of the time, when you, even when it comes to my kid, because I've got twins, I've got a boy and a girl, usually most things is being play toys. There's some people that be like, oh my God, don't let a boy play with dolls, or don't let girls play with cars. It's just toys, and it doesn't mean anything. If my son decides to play with sister's doll, I need to be a good dad, a responsible dad. And especially as well for somebody like me, difficulties since my kids were very, very young, like literally just after they were home, and very had to be away. I had to be admitted in hospital. My husband had to step up, do the nappy changing, and all of that. But that doesn't, we never looked at it as, oh, it's only me that can do this. No, we had twins. So it was hard. Even there were times when if he's not around, that at first I used to struggle to feed them by myself, but then I give them at the same time. Yeah, but all those gender roles, those gender bias, they are being more or more squashed. Where we have to go in the society. We're not completely there yet. There are still certain things that are attached to certain assumptions. And even when it comes to pay, there is still a pay gap when it comes to women can be doing the same and equal amount of work as a man, and that and women are also more likely, they are also less likely, especially when you're at a young age. And I was looking for work, and I remember going to an interview and actually being hoped if I'm looking if I hope to have kids. I'm like, hold on. First of all, my whether or not this work I'm right for this job. But the reason why they asked is because they want to take a maternity leave. That is why they want to know, because they want to make sure whether or not that is about to get pregnant, and next minute you are going to be taking a leave, and then they have to get somebody else to, even though this is something that it happens, of course, when you're a woman of childbearing age, it is likely to happen. Some workplaces, some employers that are skeptical of employing a young woman, and there will be questions like, are you in a relationship? Just to know whether or not you plan on, and especially if you say you're married, they want to know, do you have any kids? Do you plan to have kids? How is that going to help me with this job? But so there's still a long way that we have to go, but we also have to recognize the efforts that are being made. And I think us as women as well, we have a great role to play when it comes in our kids as well, because we can help to shape not just us women, women and men. That's what I'm talking about. we can really help to shape the way the future generation is going to be and how they are going to want my son to grow up to be respectful of a woman, and I want my son to grow up to be, one day when he has full and he can be there and and not be defined by, oh, only I do this, even when it comes to domestic work. Oh yeah, but let me just pause a minute. Let me take a look at some of your comments. Keep them coming. Queen B said hello. Thank you again for coming. I appreciate the support, and happy Mother's Day in advance to all my beautiful mommies, everybody, and so many of you, even though you might not be my own mom, but a lot of you have played such a great role, and you happy Mother's Day. And okay, Kevin said, so nice of you. Gender is in DNA, which is justified by the twins. Love your energy, my dear. Stay blessed. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, it is, but there's a difference between sex and gender, sex is determined by the DNA. Gender is defined by society. It's what we say that a man can do this, a woman should do this, a man should do this. And things that biologically, there are certain things that men are better at, that we have to admit. And also biologically, we always say women are very good at multitasking. And that, for me anyway, what I've seen is very true. Beyond multitask, all the women around me, my mom, my sister, myself, well, I've got twins, I have no choice but to multitask. But thank you, Kevin, for that comment. And Sise said, Auntie Martha, keep flying, Miriam K, your starter, and happy Mother's Day in advance. And Amike says, please announce the winner. Yes, we are the winner for the Tammy's Mompreneur Diary. We are going to be announcing the winner. And the winner copy of the Tammy's, let me show you in case you missed the last session. Yeah, so the winner from the last session will be a planner diary shipped to them by Mrs. Amike herself. In the winner, I'll be doing the announcement like the next few minutes, so stick around, and I'm going to be announcing who entered and who came last week. Yeah, we really had not last week actually. Yeah, last week I was having my own power. I was having a blood transfusion. So yeah, but the week before, when we was a competition, which was, she gave out the rules to follow her, subscribe to her channel. So yeah, so we're going to be announcing the winner very, very soon. And IB Jealous said, hello and welcome. Happy weekend. And Marthis, welcome. Thank you so much. See, the women are always showing out. Appreciate all your support. I'm not being biased, so I know this is about female empowerment, but we got to empower. They in turn can empower us, so they in turn can empower their daughters. They can, because as women we emulate a lot as well what we see around us, especially from your own dad. We're a lot daddy's girls, and we mostly also look for those sort of traits strong, powerful men in order for us for them to help raise strong women. Well, and I really want our guests to be joining us soon. I really wanted to just celebrate some women, powerful women. And I know you to say, oh, I want to celebrate Oprah and all these women. First of all, great on what they do, but for me, people that actually have a personal impact in my life, not just because I've seen them on TV. I guess they can still inspire you, but I get inspired a lot by women around me. And I want to celebrate women. And on the top of that list, sadly, I no longer be here, but in our hearts, she will always be here. So the top of that, to celebrate my grandma who sadly passed away. And tomorrow is going to be our first Mother's Day with her, which is going to please send my mom, well wishes and wishing her happy Mother's Day. I know it's not going to be easy, but yeah, I want to celebrate my grandma as much as she's no longer here. The impact that she has created, including my own, is it's not something you can even measure. She had raised wonderful kids and also grandkids and now great grand. So I want to celebrate her and may her soul continue to rest in peace. I also want to hold on. I also want to, of course, celebrate my Miss Aminata Bangura. I want to celebrate her and wish her happy Mother's Day for tomorrow. We love you and we thank you for everything that you have done for us as a single, wonderful, and now hardworking, independent, educated, powerful, part their own impact as well, and now grandkids as well, and also my sister who is watching, I'm sure. I want to celebrate you too, darling, and say thank you and now in my daughter's life as well, my kids generally, and always being there by my side as a support system. Stay for tomorrow. And I also want to celebrate my own mini me, my daughter, who's a pure joy. She's just a pure blessing. And she's brought me so much joy. She is a mixture of my grandma, my mom, and myself. Very, very, very smart. And I can't thank God enough. My son too, but I'm celebrating women, so he's gonna have to wait. So yeah, and also all my aunties, those that I might not have seen you for. Many of you have played such a great role, both here and back home. Have played such a wonderful, great role in my life and women in our community. All those aunties and all of you that have helped to raise us today. We want to thank and celebrate you and all my female viewers, subscribers, watchers, friends, family, every one of you. I want to celebrate you because it's to make somebody, it takes an entire community. So I want to celebrate all of you. Ami, are you on? Ami, if you're on, just send me a message. I want to make sure you're on. My mom said, thank you so much, darling. Thank you, mommy. We're going to announce the Tammy's Mompreneur Diaries. By the way, let me just tell you for that. If you want to get your own copy, yes, so that is the website copy of the Tammy's Mompreneur Diaries. But we're going to announce the winner. And Ami, are you there? So you can help me announce the win. Drum roll. She might not even be on, but I'm sure she'll see this. And the winner of last week is Fantasia's World. That you are the winner that Ami has chosen. She will be sending you a copy, your free copy of the Tammy's. If you want your own copy, or you want to find out if you missed last week's show, that is the website. So well done. We're going to have our guest come on. Yes, our guest is going to be joining us. But while we're okay, let me read. Okay, Kevin said, gender literally starts here from sex and later modified to as respect. Am I in the right track? You are in the right track. You are. It is definitely modified by and everything. So definitely you are the right track. We have this discussion. We are all working the same line, but yeah, I think we've come such a long way in terms of women's rights, equality. We've come such a long way. Before, you will never be able to see a woman like this just sitting here doing her own thing. No. You will not. That was not the way it was before. But thankfully, we've come such a long way. Let me see. Is there any other comments that I've missed? So if you want to send like a message to your Mother's Day, if you write it, then I can read it out. If you want to wish anybody Mother's Day, woman that inspires you, any woman that you find powerful, that really, and then guest when she comes on, which is basically like things that we can do to continue women. And I think education is one of those things that we have to educate both men about these issues and why they are issues, and we also have to raise kids growing up to have that respect. And for whether you're a boy or girl, for I work hard, I'm going to get where I want to get. I'm going to get that promotion. It shouldn't be bad. A man is going to come and they are going to be promoted, or they're going to be getting paid more, so if we are to know these issues and to know that the impact men have played in all aspects of society, so if we raise our kids, and they are surely going to also grow up and have those standards and have that understanding of these things will not be repeated. And even things like we've all heard stories about, especially in modeling and all of that, where women sometimes feel they will have to use their body in order to get what they want. It should not be judged based on that or be titled just because of that. It should be more so what you can bring to the table, able to do your work, your job in peace without being harassed by anybody. This is our so that Fanta, you missed it. I just announced you will be receiving your copy of Tammy's Mompreneur Diary, and we'll be shipping that over to you. Okay. She said to change the light location and try. Hopefully it's better. What did Kevin say? Okay, I guess this year we're going to. Okay. All right. Is it advisable for a married woman to attend political meetings during the morning hours, like m to 4 a.m.? I don't know what kind of. First of all, my question is, what political meeting m to 4 a.m.? That is the only question that I have. I don't care what kind of meeting it is. Who, married or not, even a single woman should not be asked to be attending in a meeting. You're single, you're married, you're mingling. Oh my Lord. I'll have to get more context because that just, oh yeah, and Fanta just said okay, Fanta, I'm trying. Yeah, so she said yes, Fanta, you're the winner. We have our guest here is a woman of many talents, more than I can fit on this screen. Her talker, she's a serial entrepreneur. She is a writer, actress. She's a photographer, videographer. Let's just say she's also got a YouTube channel. She is the person behind. She is behind Salon Sisters. If you have not watched it, you have to. We're going to have her come on. Hello. Let me remove this. Welcome. Florence, I think you've gone frozen.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Is it okay now?
All right.
Oh, okay.
You know, with this network.
I know.
Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm late.
International Women. Happy Happy Mother's Day in advance for tomorrow.
Happy Mother's Day in advance.
Thank you in here.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Oh, well, yeah, my name is Florence Tucker. I'm the CEO of Florence Creation. I do photography, I act, write script, edit. I'm just a whole rounder, to be fair. Anything media, I love to be creative. So yeah.
definitely very creative.
Oh, thank you.
So, what has been your journey in terms of like business? How did you get into like the
Oh wow. Like ever since I was young, I've always had dreams of being like an entrepreneur. I've always had dream of building like my own empire, like having my own media house where we do everything media, filmmaking, TV. There's always been a dream. Like I have a book. I think I was 12 when I kind of like drew a whole like a house and how my media empire is going to be because I'm not good at drawing. So I just drew a house and just stated it out. And I think professionally, I started in 2017 and I started off with taking pictures. At the time, I didn't even have a camera. I was borrowing, renting. But I knew that, you know what, I was not going to be limited by what I don't have. I have a dream. I have a goal. I said, you know what, I'm just going to start somewhere until I was able to have my own equipment to start doing photography and other stuff. It's been quite a challenging one. It has been easy being a mom and being a woman. Gosh, it has not been easy, but I'm grateful to God because I have amazing parents, I have amazing friends, and I have amazing people. Of course, you're definitely one of them that's always encouraging me, always just like words can go such a long way. Encouraging words. I mean, it's not always, some don't always have to give you
yeah,
money, but that word just to say, oh, you're
yeah.
doing well, keep going. You just hold on to it, and but it's been great. I'm grateful to God for the journey. I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely getting towards it, one step at a time.
You've come a long way. And I know when the pandemic hits, times were really, really
Yeah,
crazy. And the pandemic affects your brand.
yeah. And you know what? It did because first of all, I already had plans for 2020 as far as like filmmaking is concerned. Like I had a series that I'd already written, a whole season that I wanted to film, which of course was not Salon Sisters because that just came out of the blue. Of course, I was like, you know what, I was going to do more photography work with events. I even got a computer to say I'll be printing, like taking pictures, like for weddings or any civilian event. Just go down there, take pictures and print them live, put it in frame. So I had so many plans, and of course, the pandemic came, lockdown. I could not do any of those, so it kind of just put us backwards because it's like, oh gosh, all the plans, all the things that I'd hoped to have achieved in 2020 did not go as planned, but I'm still grateful. So of course, finance wise, it did affect because it
When you
means
said
less
before,
job, exactly, less work coming in, and there were no events to go and cover and stuff. Like I had bookings for like weddings. Last minute they had to be cancelled because of course lockdown. So weddings were postponed, and that it did affect us, but I did find other means and other ways to generate income. So yeah, I'm grateful to God.
mm, yeah, well, you definitely helped our pan definitely made the lockdown much better for us
Yeah,
with the Salon
yeah.
Sister series. It's just how did you even come up with that? Like, how did it start?
Oh gosh, you know what? Salon Sisters accidentally came about because it was not planned, but with the whole lockdown, I'm someone I hate just being idle, just sitting there not doing anything. Like it affects me so much. So I was like I said, all the plans I had, I could not do it. And I was just there going crazy. I was like, I have to do something. And like for a long run, I've been wanting to do like a skit where it's like me playing different characters. But in my mind, I always just thought, nah, it's gonna be difficult or I cannot do it. Then I was like, you know what? One day I just grabbed my phone and I got my daughter who's 8. I was like, Rachel, come, let's try something. She's like, okay, because she's trying to follow my footsteps. She's all into the media and stuff. And then we filmed something. At first, it didn't even start Salon Sisters. It was a skit about phone call. How Sierra Leonean girlfriends react when their boyfriends don't pick up compared to every normal human being. And we put that out, and we got some comment. People were like, oh, like, people were laughing and stuff. And then I did another skit with like five sisters. It was called Coronavirus, just to show how different people react with the whole lockdown and stuff. And people were like, oh, this is really funny. Like, this is really good. And then we did the second one as well. And then me and my kids were like, you know what? This could actually be a series. I was like, yeah, that's true. And then at the time when we even did the first and second episode, we did not have a name for it. We did not have a name for the characters. There's only a few of them. And then me and my kids sat down, and then they were helping me with names. We're like, oh, maybe we should call it the twins or the sisters. Like, oh, you know what? They're all from Sierra Leone. How about Salon Sisters? And my kids were like, oh, yeah, mommy, that's nice. So they helped me out, and that was how we came about with Salon Sisters. And I did not think it would go as far as it did. Neither did I think I would do as many episodes like I did, because it was just meant to be for fun. But something great came out of it, and you know, God always have a plan for us. So yeah.
Good. All right. So before we go on, let me just give people just a little bit teaser so they know what about. Just a little clip.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so this is just a little bit.
Honestly, it's just a compliment. I guess with you, I guess. You're so annoying. Annoying. Hey, anyways. Happy New Year, guys. The New Year 20. Happy New Year. Watch out for Salon Sisters Season 3 Grand Finale. I'm not big full in this case. So,
oh God.
It's just entertaining. And did you plan to do like continuous? Obviously, you did once it did. You feel pressure to keep going because the people are asking
you know
for
what
it.
I did? Like I said, it was just meant to be a few episodes, and before you know it, we've done season 1. And then people are like, "Oh, when is season 2 coming?" It's like season 2. I did not want to do. But then, because people were enjoying it and they were being entertained, and a lot of people, I got calls and messages that, "Oh, thank you so much. You've made us laugh during this hard time. You've put smiles on our faces." I was like, you know what? I just felt like it's the least I could do to just help out in the pandemic. So I was like, now we just have to continue. And of course, it was all about putting Sudan on the map and, you know, being together with all my salon people. Because when I started off, because I started off in the Nigerian community in Nollywood, like they gave me my first professional role, like all of that. But it's like every time they're like, "Oh, you Nigerian?" I said, "No, I'm from Sierra Leone." And I was like, "Yes, Sierra Leone, we're talented." They're like, "Okay, what have you done?" So I was so like eager to show our talents, to show people that, look, we have it too. The only downside is we don't have the platform and we don't have the distribution channel to showcase our talent, but it's there and we have it. So I was so happy, and that was the reason why I restricted Salon Sisters to just Sierra Leonean cast. Like all my casting crew were 100% Sierra Leonean. Like I got calls from Nigerians, Gambians, like, "Oh, want to join, want to be part of it." I said, "Sorry, maybe other production, but as for this one, I'm doing it strictly Sierra Leonean. That's it." But it was fun.
It's really good. I like that, and I like the fact that you also like showed like different, because obviously we're all different, you know, and because sometimes people go for the stereotypical character. Everybody from that place is like that.
Yeah.
But you getting to showcase all these different sisters.
Yeah.
Everybody and themselves in one of those, at least one of those
Exactly.
sisters.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I go back and forth.
Yeah, because I got a lot of calls of like people saying, "Oh, you know, I can relate to that. I used to have a sister like that. I used to have a boyfriend like that. I was like, okay. It was nice. Like for me, the kind of stories I want to tell are stories, relatable stories that are real, stories that are tackling issues that are going on. I want people to watch my movies or my series and relate and learn and, find themselves in the characters. I'm not about doing fantasy, make believe stuff. I mean, realism, it's the kind of stories I want to tell, to be fair. So I was really happy that people could relate to the whole Silent Sister series. Yeah.
So, like with those sisters, like how is it people that you know?
You know what?
Don't worry, if it's people, you don't want to say their name.
I know, right? The funny thing is, it's not, like I said, when I even did the first episode, I just done it. Like, there's no script. And that was the first time I did a series where I did anything to do with film where I didn't write a script. I've always thought about it, planning of write a script, find characters, then film. But Salon Sisters taught me something different. For the first time, I didn't even know what the next episode was going to be like while I was shooting the previous one. So it helped me to really like be on my feet and just put my thinking cap on. But in terms of like the characters, my kids say to me, "Oh, mommy, you're just like Kadiata because you're strict." I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not bossy like she is, but I believe I have a little bit of each of the characters. And of course, I'm sure subconsciously, I do have some people like that around me, because that's right. We're influenced by stuff that we've been through or stuff that we're around, our surroundings, our background, stuff that we've seen, even if you don't realize it at the time while you're writing. But I definitely have one of each somewhere. So,
No, it's really good, and it's not just that, like many other productions, even actually movies and everything. And I think we all just need to come together, people like that, because sometimes people forget that the talent is there, but we all need to support, because Salon Sister is better series that I see on Netflix,
yeah,
so it's all about
yeah, and the funny thing as well, we shot it on the phone. It was filmed and edited on a phone. We didn't use no camera, we didn't use no computer. The whole 3 seasons were filmed and edited on my phone. I know, like this phone has really done me so great.
You're going to have to teach me.
Girl, anytime, just let me know.
Even maybe some classes. Yeah, because I'm sure people would love to know how to go about it. Because
I would love to. Like, even
we all have to know the process.
I had plans of doing like workshop and stuff before this whole pandemic, of like doing a whole workshop where I can get like youth that are interested in like filmmaking and bring different people to talk about script writing, acting, producing, directing, and like set a module for them to go and do and shoot their own short film. But I mean, by God's grace, all of this will be over. I'll at least get better and we can definitely do something like that. That'll be great.
It's definitely, I'll look forward to that. So what challenges have you faced, like being, a woman in business and challenges?
I mean, it's been crazy, especially in the film making world. Like when I started, because I'm someone with a lot of passion. So sometimes people see your passion and think you're desperate and they want to use that to their advantage. Being a woman, of course, number one, we all know you have all these men that want to try and bring foolishness your way. But of course, I mean, they would try. But once you put them in their place, they're like, okay, this is not someone that I can mess with. And it's that thing where they feel like, oh, you're a woman. Like I've had people say to me, oh, how come you can take pictures? How come you can do this? You're a woman. I'm thinking, wait, excuse me, is it only a man's job? Like a woman's not supposed to take a picture, or a woman's not supposed to have big dreams? And you have men that see you as a threat because they feel like, oh, a woman's not supposed to know all of this. A woman's not supposed to be this ambitious. And of course, as well, it can affect relationships, if you don't have someone who understands, or someone that is mature enough to handle your big dreams, or what you're doing, it can definitely something that has and can affect your relationship. And it's just men trying to look down upon you as well, and make you feel like, oh, you can't do it. Like, I've had so many meetings where it's like, okay, I've got a script, I want to do it. Producers will say, oh yeah, let's meet. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, it's a good story. And the moment they want to bring foolishness your way, and you're like, no, all of a sudden, oh, the story is not even good. They're not interested anymore. So, of course, there is that. And of course, finance is another challenge as well, because being the CEO of it, it's like you have to do everything yourself. And it's not easy because I don't have a sponsor yet, but I'm praying by God's grace that would change. There's no sponsorship. There is no, finance. There's no investor investing in the brand or in the company or me. So it's difficult, but we're trying, we're pushing, we're believing, having faith. And, I believe God, and I know that at the right time, God will bring the right people, the right resources for us. Because me, even though, yes, Florence Creation is me, it's still us, because it's not just about me. As a team, is all of us. I mean, even my team from Salon Sisters, I see them all as Florence Creation, because if it wasn't for them, Salon Sisters wouldn't have gone as far as it did. And it's all of us, you, me. It's about Sierra Leone and just taking Sierra Leone to another level and putting it on the map. But it hasn't been easy, but God has been
Amen.
good and I'm grateful. So yeah.
Amen. Besides the production and everything else, what else do you have? You've talked about the product, like the video production. Where else? I know you have also Florence Creation, which what is that all about? What does that
A Florence Creation is like a whole. It's like an umbrella, and there's other things under there. Of course, there's a filmmaking side of it. I also do hampers for and gift box for birthdays. Of course, Valentine's Day, I did some, was my Mother's Day. Tomorrow, I've got a couple of orders as well. I do party bags as well, customized party bags for kids' birthdays. So I take the stress off you, because we all know making party bags can be stressful. So just
so
get
for
at
those
me.
that are
Exactly.
contact
Yeah. Get
Florence
at me. Let me
Creation.
take the stress off you. And these can be personalized to your kid's favorite character. And I used to do Sweet Table, but lockdown again, so of course I can't do that at the moment. We have this 2-in-1 water bottles that we do. It's also personalized. You can keep your tea, coffee. It keeps both hot and cold water, and it lasts for long. Like, you take it to work, it will last you the whole day, back and forth, whether you're in a country that's
I
hot.
need one.
Yes, girl. And we ship worldwide. Like, we've got some orders from France, from Germany, from Australia, so even Sierra Leone as well. I got a lot of orders down there, so we ship worldwide. Yeah, we're all it's a business. We do hampers, we do everything and everything. This that you can think about legally. Of course, we're legal.
Exactly.
Well, I had to just put it out there, because when you say everything, people are like, everything. No, but we're legal and holy, okay? So let's not forget that.
And register. I've always admire about you is the way you support other people, and you're always ready to work, especially like women. Is all about women empowerment, and you are so supportive of others,
Yeah.
and included so much. And you don't ever try and think, because sometimes as women, that competitiveness sometimes is there, genuine and supportive. So what advice would you give to other women out there as well, going into and how can us as women support one another
Me,
more.
like I always say, if one woman wins, all of us we've all won. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's not a competition. Like I have friends of mine that get upset at me, like you post everyone. You even any Jack and Jill, you're always supporting people. There's one of my friend that said to me, I hope people support you the way you support them. I said, well, yeah, being supported is nice, but I'm not doing that for them to return the favor back to me. For
Yeah.
me, I just believe we can all help each other out. Like I said, one person win, we've all won. I mean, you don't know. You might be that person's helper. So for me, if you need help, if there's any way I can support you, I'm ready, because it's all about women empowerment. It's all about inspiring and empowering one another. I can learn from you, you can learn from me. There's something that I have that I can give to you. There's something that you can have that you can give to me. It just makes it so much easier. It's like if you have a load of bags, like shopping bags, and you're carrying it by yourself, is heavier than if one person hold one side and the other person hold the other side. Then the weight of it becomes lighter, and then you realize that you move even faster to your destination. I mean, we're all heading, even though we may have different goals, we're all heading to the same destination, which is to be successful, to be, to be out there, to be inspired, to inspire other people. So if you can help someone, if you can support someone, why not do it? Do it with your whole heart and just support, and you never know where that's gonna take that person. And I just feel happy and that joy in my heart just to know that, okay, I was able to like help someone, because I believe God give us gifts not just for ourselves. It's for others. Because then at the end of the day, if I make those hampers, I'm not making it for myself. Or if I have the skill, I'm like Salon Sisters, for example, I didn't make it for myself to sit down and watch, but it's for other people as well, for other people to be inspired and for us to work as a team. So the advice I can give as women, please, let's support one another. And don't think that, oh, if that person win, that means you're not going to win. There's time and season. Everyone have their time. Everyone have their season. This might be someone else's season. Support them. Be happy for them as much as you can. Your time and your season will come. And as women, just, keep working hard. And, if you have a dream, don't give up. Keep following your dreams. And, just have a plan. Be hardworking, of course. Have a goal that you're working towards and be consistent. You never really know. Like last year, I did an advert for the Valentine's Day hamper. I did not get one order. Not even one person asked me that, oh. But guess what? This year, I did another advert and I got about like 6 or 7. So imagine if I gave up, say, oh, because I did it last year, no one ordered, so this year I'm not going to do it. I would have missed on that. And by God's grace, we're getting more and more orders for birthdays and stuff. So don't give up. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down, you get back up, dust your shoulder, and keep moving. So yeah, that's really what I can say.
Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
Joy speaking to you.
Oh, thank you for
I'm just gonna
having
go
me.
to some of the comments. I'm just gonna see some of the comment, and if any that we can answer. Yeah, there are a lot of comments, so many. And yeah, Soccer, a woman of many talents.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. And yeah, and I mean, as Vanguard said, Happy Mother's Day in advance to all the wonderful women all over the world. Mom, my beautiful daughters, sisters, daughter-in-law, granddaughters. Oh,
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's
Mommy.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Musa Tommy said, so true. She is multi-talented.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Darling.
Indeed, it is. And Celine said, my celebrity, go girl, the sky
Amen.
is your
Thank
limit.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Fantasia said, that's true.
Hi,
Show.
Fanta.
Yeah. And then Gladwill said, go Florence.
Hi, Winston.
Yeah,
Hey, darling. Thank you.
Said Janet, me own person. Exactly.
Everyone have who was their favorite.
We can all relate to the characters. And then Mohammed said, yeah, Mohammed is killing it. He really is.
Thank
And we need
you.
to keep supporting her.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, that's
Thank you,
well
mommy.
done.
Oh.
Well said. I mean, that's Queen. Yeah, Queen Beast. Clap. Well done. Thank
Thank
you.
you
I mean,
all
that's
so much. Really
well
appreciate it.
spoken.
Oh,
Did.
thank you, Ma. Thank
And
you so much.
Frances said, I'm enjoying this
Oh,
talk.
thank you,
Oh, thank you.
girl. Thank you.
And then said, how did you manage to play different sisters?
That's a good
Exactly.
question. Good question. Do you know what? It was hard, but it was fun. The hardest part for it is because the sisters are different and their tempo is different. Because you have Kadiatu who's always ready. She's ready to just put you in your place. Her energy, her fire is like on top. And then you have Janet, who's just there, quiet, calm. She's like the baby. I mean, it was fun. The difficult part was switching. Not so much switching in
Yeah.
emotions, but because I got used to it and that was fine. But it was switching in terms of outfits and all of that. Because you want, even though it's me, you want people to see different characters. Like I had an interview with someone last week, Sunday, and they're like, oh, Florence, I just realized you're a twin. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, no, but you're a twin because I said, no, I'm not a twin. I said, it's me playing all the characters. She was so shocked. It was fun. Like, it's a lot of planning though, because you have to plan before you film. So if I'm sitting there and I know Kadiat is going to sit here, if I'm shooting Kadiat first, I need to know where Janet is sitting. The high line have to be right. Even though she's not there, I need to know all of her lines to know what I'm saying, to know what she's going to respond, to know what I'm going to say back. And then when I switch, I have to remember everything that I've already said. So it's hard, but it was fun. It was fun. It was hard, but fun at the same time. So it's just the whole planning and
I'm
positioning
also been
of the
learning
characters in
as
different
well.
positions. Just remember where that person was standing when this person is filming. And of course, my daughter was so amazing. So yeah, Gracia, love you, baby.
Yeah, I know she's going to. God knows how many talents she's going to have. She going.
Yeah, she has one talent that I don't have, which is drawing. She's so good at drawing and designing like outfits. She used to be a fashion designer. So by God's grace, I'm encouraging her because that's something I find as Africans that we don't do. We don't encourage our kids' talents. Like from a young age, you know how it is. Oh, go be doctor, go be nurse, go be this. You don't know what God was trying to
Yes.
send that child to become. Of course, education is important, and I make her know that you have to go to school and do well in school, but I will also support your talent and invest in it because you never know where that's going to take you. So it's just having that balance. Go to school and just trying to like work something out with them. Like, if you get good grades and be good in school, I will support this. And that way there's that balance and it's working hand in hand. One is not missing the other, which is good. Yeah.
That Auntie said, imagine you and your editing skills are good. I know.
Oh, thank you.
Even as she was speaking, I'm like all the different people. Well, well done. We'll be looking forward to having a master class.
Yeah, that'll be great. Definitely.
We'll make sure we do a master class. Yeah. And she said, I'm so happy that I watch you grow well. The editing, I watch the video, I'll be like, wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, indeed. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, so
thank you.
Well, they're having you, Florence, and you're an inspiration to many. Yeah, so what are your plans moving on post? What do you have
Well, there's
Well,
quite
should
a
we
bit in
come on
store
to?
by God's grace. Of course, keep building the brand, keep expanding. And of course, I've got some series that I want to shoot. There's one that I've already written, there's one I'm currently writing. And there's also some projects that I want to do in Sierra Leone by God's grace, God willing. So watch out for more, more stories, more series and short films as well. And then there's a management program as well coming. But once everything has been finalized, I'll definitely put out more information about that. So there's quite a bit in store. So watch out by God's
Great.
grace.
So how if somebody wants to follow you, they want to follow your work,
Yeah.
what you do, how can they?
And Facebook is Florence Tucker, but I also have my page, which is Florence Creation on Facebook, and Instagram.
Creation.
It's Florence Tucker 2020. That's the Florence Creation page. And YouTube, of course, is Florence Creation. Follow me, please subscribe, like, share. In terms of content, if there's anything that you want me to create, as long as it's legal and holy, we'll definitely work. We'll definitely work towards it. Let me hear from you.
So would there be another is there going to the series coming? I hope so.
Oh, the Salon Sisters, you mean? Oh
Mhm.
yes, you know what? I still have not. I said I was gonna finish it off in season 3 and just start something new. But due to the pandemic and the craziness, because there's a way in which, because it's the finale, I want to really end it well with a lot of drama and
Yeah.
suspense and shock. So I'm working towards it. By God's grace, soon I'll be able to give you guys the grand finale of the whole, not just season 3, but the whole Salon Sisters, where we're going to end it. But of course, we still have other stuff in store for you. So yeah, just watch out. I know it's been a while, but the whole pandemic has been
Yeah.
crazy.
And if somebody wants to, let's say somebody wants to work with you, they want to collaborate with you, they can always reach
Oh
out, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Because
I'm open. I'm all for collaboration.
yeah.
I love collaborating, and I think it's amazing. For me, there's no I in team when it comes to media, filmmaking. You cannot do yourself. I mean, even though I played 4 characters, I still needed my daughter to film me. So I couldn't have done it by myself. So I'm open for it. Just let me know if there's something that you want us to work on. Just get at me, and then let's chat, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Florence, I hope everybody you've enjoyed this, and
Much.
thank you for coming and celebrating
Yeah, Mother's Day. Happy
International
Mother's
Women's
Day to all the
Day.
amazing women, whether you're a
Happy Mother's
mother
Day to all
or
of
you're
them.
not mother yet, you're
Yeah,
still amazing, and we're still wishing you happy Mother's Day.
yes, women. Thank you so much, guys. Please let's support Florence, and
So much.
let's all come together
Yeah.
and one another encouragement, and that's how we're all going to be able to get there.
Yeah.
And thank you so much,
Thank you for having me.
Florence. I
Have
really
a
appreciate
great
you over
night.
the years,
God
and
bless. Thank you.
continue to go greater heights.
Amen. I will by God's grace.
And guys, protect Netflix. We need to have.
Amen, girl.
Otherwise,
I'm telling you. Amen. By God's grace.
we'll protect the as well. Sierra Leone as well is getting there,
Yeah.
and we're open people to work with us. And
Yeah.
I hope to see you things and big screen. I can't wait,
Amen.
and I know you have all the talent.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
joining
you for having
us.
me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and let me just,
All
I
right.
think one last comment from
Oh, okay.
Vanda said, keep them coming, you will blow by
Oh, amen.
God's
Thank
grace.
you so
Be on
much.
it. Amen.
Amen. Thank
We
you.
said it here first.
God bless
Come back to this
you. Yes,
video one day.
girl. We need to make the date and the time. Oh, thank you guys so
All right.
much.
Thank you,
All right.
everybody, so much.
Bye.
We'll catch you on the next
Yeah.
episode of the Power
Thanks, darling. God bless.
Hour. And please watch the Salon Sisters. You will be hooked too.
Thank you. All
Thank
right,
you,
bye.
Florence. for joining me, and happy Women's Day to everybody. Bye-bye.